Welcome to today's Vinyasa yoga practice. This is my favorite style of practice to do for yoga because it's fun, it's playful, it's lighthearted, and I don't like to take myself too seriously. I also like to move. My name's Ashley. Welcome to class. If you have a mat, go ahead and lay it out. Otherwise, you can always just use the floor. That works too. You don't need any fancy equipment. In fact, you don't need anything to practice yoga as long as you're able to breathe and move your body in a few ways. We can do this. This is Ash's Yoga Studio, and I'm happy to be here to provide this class today. If you are wanting more information, it's ashesyoga.com or Ash's Yoga Studio for the studio information, ashesyogastudio.com. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. So we're actually going to start down low on our knees. Sit back in child's pose. So sitting on the heels, knees forward. You can take them a little wider for comfort and then extend the arms forward. Let the forehead rest down towards the floor and press the palms into the ground. Especially the pinky finger, the thumb. Activate through the arms by pressing the fingertips down and hugging the elbows in, taking those shoulders and drawing them down the back of the body. Forehead gently pressing down towards the ground, maybe on your mat. Take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. And we're setting up our practice here today just by getting grounded and simply arriving in this space. So let's move from this into some movement. Shift forward to your hands and knees. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders and knees are stacked underneath the hips. Gaze is just in front of the fingers. Turn the elbows to face the back of the room. Little bend in the elbows as you work to press into this arched back. Look up. And then again, bend the elbows a little bit as if you're doing a push-up. Round the back, tuck the chin. Do that again. Lengthen, lift, inhale. Exhale, round the back, look down, tuck the chin. Keep going. Lift and inhale. Round, exhale. One more time. And we take a few different movements here too. So let's go side to side. And if you're watching me, you will notice that my body moves in weird ways, specifically my elbows. So I do my best to stay anchored and stay strong and always keeping a little bend in my elbows because they do hyperextend. If you're that same way, you might need to consciously be aware of your joints. All right, and let's make some circles. And maybe it's around circles this kind of way. Maybe it's circles through the spine and the midsection. I like to leave some room for organic movements. So what are you noticing in your body? All right, bring it back to that neutral position. Extend the left leg straight back. Right hand reaches forward. Take an inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, pull the elbow and the knee, rounding that back in or up. Inhale, reach. Find that little extension, so a little back bend. Exhale, pull in around. Create a dome in the back. Inhale, extend, arch. I like pointed feet. I like to pretend I'm a ballerina sometimes. Elbow to knee, and extend one last time. Hold it here, bend the knee, reach back. Reach towards the foot or grab onto the foot. Press into the hands and lift. And let it go. Release that, come back to neutral, so hug that belly up and in. Extend the left arm this time, right leg goes straight back. Point the toes, I like to do that. Again, ballerina, lift and inhale. I am not a dancer, by the way. Hug the knee and the elbow in. I just pretend. Extend, exhale, pull in. Extend, add a little arch, a little lift. Pull it in, elbow to knee. And reach, hold it. A little arch, bend the knee, reach back, find the ankle or towards the ankle. Press into that bottom hand, lift the knee, hug the knee towards the midline of the body so we're not flaring out to the side. Balance. Good, let that go. Take the knee down, hands down. Sit back on the heels again, reach forward. And we'll keep the arms extended at shoulder height. Take an inhale, lifting onto the hands and knees, but keep the hands as they are. Allow the shoulders to drift over the wrists. Hips come down, roll the shoulders back. A version of our up dog. Look down, press it back to child's pose. So just make sure that you're breathing deep as you do this. So no need to follow necessarily the movement in the breath. So I'm doing these movements, and we're doing these together, for core strength, core activation, and to support the muscles that wrap around the spine. So it creates heat in the body and prepares us for our bigger movements to come. Let's do that one more time. Shift forward, hips come down, shoulders roll back, arms are straight and long. Exhale, take it back. This time, tuck the toes under. Keep the hands as they are, lift the knees and send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And a little nice chance to pedal the feet out a couple times. Then bend the knees and walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Bend the knees even deeper. Grab the elbows and hang out here. Shake out the head. And sway side to side. Be relaxed, feel relaxed. Put a slight smile on your face. It's a good day for some yoga. Then coming back to just a neutral forward fold, grabbing the elbows, lengthen, lifting halfway, engage your core, your abs as you lengthen. Feel that lower back kind of come alive. Exhale as you fold. A little bend in the knee does help this, both knees actually, to find that flat back. So we're not rounding here, we're extending tailbone back, exhale down. Almost like a back bend, but you've got a lot of good core activation in the abs too. Lower down, release the hands down to the floor. Bend the knees and roll yourself up to your standing position. Big shoulder roll. Nice, nice. I'm gonna take my feet together. You can keep them hip distance if it's comfortable for you. Sun salutations, palms forward. Body lifted, tall and strong in your mountain pose. Inhale, reach those arms up. Connect the hands, look up. Maybe add that little back bend. In fact, exhale as you pull the elbows back. Squeeze your backside and get the hips forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open those arms and dive down, hinging at the hips to your forward fold. We can do a half lift again, either hands on the floor or hands on your shins. Just don't leave them hanging out. We want that flat back. Exhale, step or hop back to plank pose. Good, from your knees or the toes, you can choose. Shift forward so there's weight in the fingertips. Hug the elbows in as you bend them to 90 degrees. Press forward, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back up, dog. Your knees are now off the ground. And then look down, using that core strength, get those hips up first. Strong activation in the body. Send your hips, your body to downward facing dog. Take one deep breath. Let it go. Let's prepare to make our way to a yogi squat. So feet to the outsides of the hands. We are going to either jump or step there, either way, as long as you're landing lightly. So take a deep breath, preparing if we're going for the jump. Exhale, bend the knees, heels to your backside, jump, maybe. It's a little jump. I made it out to seem like it was such a big deal. It's not. So yogi squat, malasana, hands to your heart. Add the little shift side to side. Lift up tall, hips down, chest lifted. Deep breaths in. Hands come back down to the floor. Lengthen the legs. Heel toe those feet together. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, open those arms. Lift, reach. Mountain pose. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Squeeze them in. Inhale, reach up. Let's do this again. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale to plank pose. Take one deep breath, nice and strong. Deep as you extend forward, shift forward. Shoulders go forward, elbows stay where they are as you bend them. Chaturanga. I like to slow down that portion. Up dog, inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale, slowly back. Whew. Almost a resting pose here. Sometimes it does become a resting pose. Coming back to our squat position, look forward, bend the knees. When you finish an exhale, step or jump to the feet to the outside of the hands. Hands to your heart. This time, take one of the hands down, pressing the tricep into the knee or the thigh. Reach the opposite hand up. Twist. Then switch sides. Give it a little karate chop. Open to the other side. And back to the center. Nice and tall. Hands then come down. Lengthen the legs. Heel toe those feet together. Half lift. Forward fold. Rising up, look forward, reach up. Bend the elbows, pull back, find that heart opener. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. And bring your hands down to your heart. All right, great job. We're getting through that warm-up. In fact, this entire practice a lot of times is just one long warm-up progressing off of each other until we get to the cool down. So let's keep going and adding a few bigger poses to target the legs and get into some of those standing balance muscles. All right, cool. Hands come down, reach up, inhale. We're gonna go through that sun salutation to make your way to these lunges. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step or hop back, plank pose. Shift forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do that with strength and control. You should be able to stop at any time in any pose. Let's take that right leg and lift it high. Bend the knee. You can point the foot or flex the foot, it's up to you. Lift the left heel high, take a deep breath in. Draw the knee to the nose as you exhale, shift forward, maybe touch it. Inhale, single leg down dog. Knee to right elbow, touch, take it across. Single leg down dog. Knee to left elbow or tricep. Single leg down dog. This time knee to nose. Flex the foot, look forward and step between the hands. We've got this low lunge. Just keep it into this low lunge, meaning fingertips on the ground, chest and belly laying on the thigh. Extend through the back leg, back heel. Nice and strong. Let's find airplane arms. Open those arms out to the side. Take an inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back. Good, out to the side. Inhale, hands come down. Inside hand, if the left hand stays down, reach up with that right arm for a twist. Keep the legs as they are. And there can be weight in that left hand. So roll those shoulders back, get soft, yet strong and stable, rather than slouchy, right? We lift, press out of that hand. Turn the right toes, the front toes, out to the long edge of the mat. Start to heel toe your foot to the side as the back foot, blade of the foot comes down. So we've got this nice little side plank position. And then finally keep heel toeing. Either stack the legs or take the left knee to the ground. Going to add some push-ups here for Vinyasa workout. So lengthen and lift, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to plank pose. Turn, tricep push-up. Back up, side plank, same side. Do it again, hand comes down. Again, that left knee can be down. And we'll do one more time. Right hand comes down, tricep push-up, hug it in, side plank. Okay, I know that left hand, that left arm is feeling it. Stack the legs. Take that right foot, the one that's on top, step it forward. Heel toe it forward, forward, forward. Back heel picks up, or back to low lunge. How was that transition? There we go. Walk the hands forward even more so that you bend the back knee and lift the back leg off the ground. Standing splits. Hold it. Next up, we're gonna continue flowing on this side for just one more short sequence with the right leg forward. So bear with me here. Bend the right knee, step way back, but lift the upper body into a crescent lunge. This will be a very common warrior sequence. So bending into that right knee, back heel comes down, open to warrior two. Right hand forward, left hand back. Adjust the feet so the front heel is in line with the back arch. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior. Left hand slides down the back leg. Rise back to warrior two. We're not holding them for too long. Elbow to your thigh, extend that left arm overhead. And again, back up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Back foot comes in a few inches. Reach long with that right hand, slide it down that right leg, front leg, as you turn and look up towards the left hand. Triangle pose. That's a good one to hold. And then look down. Start to pivot or turn the body so your airplane arms out to the side. Front knee bends just to be able to step the back foot in, maybe out to the side a little bit. Straighten both legs, keep those arms long, and start to fold over that right leg. Imagine the crown of your head, someone pulling it forward with a string, and the hips are going back. Then finally place those hands either on the shin or the ground in front of you. Good, bend into that right knee. Step the left foot forward just to meet the right foot in forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Now bend the knees, sit back into chair pose. Reach the arms up. I know one leg feels worked more than the other. Let's just hang out here. Nice chair pose. Wiggle the toes. Soften the shoulders. You might bend the elbows a little to help release those shoulders. We're feeling it now. Let's reach up, inhale, exhale, fold it down. From there, let's take it back to our second side. Half lift, inhale. Exhale to plank pose. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Side number two. With the left leg up behind you, right heel lifts, bend the left knee. Deep breath in. Knee to nose, shift it forward in, exhale. Inhale, single leg down dog. Knee to left elbow, exhale. Single leg down dog. Knee to right elbow, exhale, touch it. And single leg down dog. Knee to nose, come forward, flex the left foot, look forward, step between the hands. Low lunge. So light in the fingertips. Of course, you can choose to have that back knee down. That's a great variation. I know if this is your first time with in a class with me, just showing up is a big part of this. Do not have to copy everything pose by pose. Do what's best in your body today. All right, open those arms out to the side. Good, good. Keep the belly, the thigh resting on each other. Reach forward, inhale. Reach back, exhale. Reach back out to the side. And then place the hands down. Finally, right hand stays down, inside hand stays down. You might wiggle the back foot farther back. Left arm reaches straight up. Twist. Press through the big toe of the left foot just to keep the knee stacked on top of the ankle and everything in good alignment. So now I'm not going to be able to see you, or the camera anyway. That's okay. You know what's going on. So press through that right hand, turn the left toes out to the long edge of the mat. Heel toe it more to the middle of the mat as that right foot comes onto the blade of the foot. Press into the right hand, lifting the hips. You can choose to stack the legs or right knee comes down. We've got 3 of those push-ups. Inhale, lifting higher. Maybe look up to challenge your balance. Exhale, hand comes down. Roll to plank, tricep push-up. Back to side plank. Do it again. And one more time. Lift up high. Take that left foot, lift it, maybe step it to the middle, heel toe it forward, 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 till the back heel lifts up, both hands down. Low lunge. Walk the hands forward, bend the back knee, get ready to take off. Lift the back leg, standing splits. It's definitely a heat building type of practice. Let's step back into a lunge again. Low lunge to crescent lunge, reach up. Then here we go. Open the arms, left hand forward, right hand back. Back heel spins down. Adjust in the feet. Keep that knee opening, back hip level with the front. This would make a good thumbnail for YouTube, so gotta smile. Okay, flip the left palm, reverse warrior, reach it up high, keep that left knee bent, soften the shoulders. Back to warrior two, inhale, elbow goes down to your thigh, extend and reach the right arm overhead, palm down, look up. And we come back up to warrior two, lift and inhale, look forward, straighten the front leg. Back foot comes in just a little bit. Front toes face forward, reach, bumping the back hips farther back. Left hand slides down the leg, right arm reaches up. Try to get the upper body in line with the legs. There's a tendency for us to fold forward here a little bit. Let's keep it to the side. All right, let's rotate forward to pyramid pose, but with those arms open wide. Adjust the feet. You might, again, step in a little bit. Straighten the legs, send both hip bones back. Lengthen the body. And then take the hands down, anywhere down the leg or the floor. Bend into the front knee, step the back foot forward, forward fold, half lift, exhale fold, back to chair pose again, bend both knees, reach up. We come down to the floor actually this time, so reach forward, bend a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper, until you're, get a little round in the back and you can sit down. So you might open the legs to sit down, and then do that, open the legs so the knees are open wide. Take the hands to your toes, lift tall, elbows hug into the rib cage and press down to the thighs as you hinge forward. And we're making our way down to a cool down. So we've got through that bell curve peak of the class and coming down. So we lift back up, knees together, lean back, but not quite cool down, cool down. We're just coming down to the ground. So we've got a little core strengthening here for you. So lift the legs, reach forward, boat pose. And my favorite is to actually add some movement to this. I'm a movement, I love movement, a movement fanatic. But really, I just like to, I need something to distract my mind from wandering. I know that's the practice, but you know what? We showed up. So lengthen and inhale, I've talked enough. Exhale, extend the legs, hover right above the floor. Do that again, inhale, lift. Straight legs or bent knees. Exhale, lower, hover. Got a knot in my shirt back here. I'll just take it out quick. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, hover. One more time, lift. And then keep the upper body lifted as it is. With bent knees or straight legs, just lower the legs. Hands behind you, point the toes. Lift the hips, reverse plank. Look up or slightly back. And slowly lower back down. Staff pose or Dandasana would be this L-shaped position we're in. So you're gonna roll the inner thighs inwards to create more space in the back. Toes up, reach up. We'll add a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Hands forward, reach for the feet. Take a deep breath, lengthening like you would in a half lift, and then fold it down. Now you're not going to completely get rid of the round in the back, but a little bit is fine, as long as you're mostly feeling the hamstrings rather than the back. And imagine like the teacher, yoga teachers, gentle hand placement on your lower back, helping press your belly or lower torso forward. Okay, rise back up, lift up, and we will continue our cool down process. So toes to the front of the mat, you can bend the knees, reach forward, roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. Extend through the legs and the arms just to give yourself that long stretch at the bottom. Then hug the right knee in towards the chest, or you can pick a knee, whichever side. You're gonna take that long leg, press it into the floor actively to help lift your hips so you can stack one over the other as you turn to the side. So take the right leg across, stacking the right leg above, right hip above the left. So you create this long straight line from the crown of the head to the bottom of the left foot, rather than any bends or arches. It also helps to keep your shoulder down on that right side. And focus is more on the twist. And back to the center. You're gonna come back to center. You'll reset the hips again. Draw in that right knee. Hug it in. Bend the left knee. Place the ankle of the right foot on the top of the left, so you've got this figure four position. Then grab onto the left shin or thigh as you pull the legs close to you. You can rock side to side or just hold that there in the figure four. After the lunges and pigeon pose. Not pigeon pose, lunges and warrior poses, it feels good to stretch this way. Good, then release that. Right foot down, extend it. Left knee in, pull it in, squeeze it. Press into the right heel to lift the hips. Turn the leg across your body. Open the left arm and reach with the left hand. And then back to the center. I'm gonna take that leg back, reset the hips, draw that left knee in, bend the right leg, knee comes up. Left ankle goes over the right knee, figure four. Grab onto the right shin or the thigh, pull the legs in. Good, and then release that. Let that go. Heel toe the feet together. Just let the knees fall open for a moment. Relaxing process coming to a finale. And so you can stay like this. You can stay with the knees bent, knees together, or extend the legs. We'll make our way to this Savasana pose, or surrendering corpse pose, allowing your body to melt, to relax, to release, and let go. So melt the shoulders down, close the eyes, and we'll be here just a couple minutes to soak in and absorb everything we just took in, physically, mentally. This is our time to transition from one practice of yoga to another practice of yoga, the yoga off of our mat. So give yourself this time, this peace. All right, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Rock your head side to side. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like, so you can shut me off or just put me on mute or pause, or just keep laying here as I talk through this conclusion. But that's up to you. You know, a good 10, 15 minutes is always nice, but we're not going to do that here in this video. Okay, reach your hands long, take an inhale, bend the knees, and then roll to your side. A gentle way back up to a seated pose. Take that top hand, press into the ground, and lift up. Sitting in a nice, comfortable seated pose. This is where we end together, turning the palms, face them up. Reach those arms up as you inhale, connect the hands, and then draw the hands down to your heart. Take one more deep breath, hands to heart center. Let it go. And thank you so much for attending today's practice. I hope to see you again soon in a video, in a virtual class, or even in the studio. Have a great day. Namaste.